Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the city of Springvalley and another episode by Cities by Steven. Uh, Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button if you like any part of this video, and hit this subscribe button if you want to see some more Springvalley content. Um, and make sure you get that bell notification on so you don't miss out on any potential videos. In the last episode, we had a budgetary crisis, and this is my. If you haven't watched the first video, this is my first time ever playing one on the PC, two on a Snowfall themed map, um, and usually I'm cutting it pretty thin in my cities until probably we reach about 8,000 people. Um, but with the added costs of road maintenance for the snowplows to run through, and then heating, which we probably did way too early in our city, we kind of ran into a budgetary crisis. And the fact that I've been wanting to expand the city faster than I probably should have. So we have this secondary city right here, which we haven't named it because we've been getting a bit of a crisis. So in this video, we're going to focus on expansion because we need more taxes. Because more tax income. The more tax income we get, the more money we get, and the more we can level out our budget. So let's get back into it. As you see, we're still having a bit of a crisis, and one thing we need to do soon is we need to get our electricity. We need to increase our electricity production. So I maxed out our electricity, and I'd rather keep it down. So what we're going to do is we're going to add. Oh, and our cemetery was also full, so I turned it off for now. So we have about $80,000. Let the simulation run for a bit. So we need to add another power plant in. One thing we need to kind of keep in mind is the upkeep cost. So this is $100 a week, $700 a week, but the coal power plant creates 40 output, 40 megawatts, and this creates 8 if you get in the right spots. So you click this, and then you find the wind tab. It shows us where the strongest wind is in our city. And there is some good wind over here. So theoretically, if we get enough of these, they're cheaper overall in the long term than a coal power plant. So let's get a few of these in over here just to help out our power. It did cost a lot of money, but it's going to increase our power, which we really need. All right, and now let's focus on more residential expansion out this way in our new town. So we're trying to not make a grid over here because we're trying to make it like a realistic growth of a city. I mean, it is realistic to have a grid pattern in our cities, but this is going to be kind of themed as an older city. So we're still, as you see, we're still making a bit of a grid, but it's a bit different. All right, that's going to be an elevated road apparently. Alrighty, and let's get out this way as well. Look at that. A great looking old neighborhood over here. Fantastic. Now, I originally built this over here, which I don't think we need that size of road. So let's just delete that. And what we're going to do, though, is we're going to get an asymmetrical road. And we're going to, first of all, make it straight. We're going to connect like that. All right, then we're going to get some dedicated turning lanes on this road. just like that, and that is some yield. Perfect. And this needs to be a dedicated lane as well. Oh, no. Exit out of that. Come on. I only want one lane turning, and I only want one lane turning. Perfect. Alright, so now let's get a normal road in right here. And I'm just using actual roads for now because I just want to make sure that this area is going to be kind of proper. So when they get into the curve, they're going to need to pick their lane. But now we're going to switch back to the dirt road. Alright, it's going to be kind of behind a snow dump, pretty cool. And we're going to leave that area blank. We're going to fill it with some trees. Beautiful. Alrighty, and we're going to get a bit more commercial in here. And I'm just going to make it residential for now. Alright. Guess we could get commercial in there too. We have demand for it. But we're focusing on residential right now. The brush tool is fantastic. On the Xbox, it's extremely difficult to control, but on the PC, it's a thing of magic. Look how quickly I filled in all that. And we need some more water out here. Wonderful. So we got a bit of a electricity problem. And we are starting to run into... Oh. What's happening with the heating? Everything's fine? Alright, crime is going up a bit. Interesting. Get into the heating tab. Is there actually a heating button? I thought there was. No on roads, condition. No. Not what we need. Water. Levels, oh no. Pollution. Sure, heating. Heating production, heating consumption. Yeah, so we do need more heating for the citizens to be happy, but we definitely did this way too early in our city. So that's something we need to be wary of. That is fine. All right, so one thing I always like looking out for is our unemployment level. We want to make sure our unemployment level gets closer to 10% before we start adding too many jobs in the area. As we're collecting some more money still, I'm going to try to rebalance the books a bit. So I knocked off for industry a bit, so I want to get that back up. And I also knocked off the police budget, which we just saw crime was going up. So let's do that, and the fire department a bit as well. Hey, look at that, we're a big town. So we get a new tile, that's nice. We can do tax policies, which is really good. We can make campus areas. That's pretty cool. Right, that's good stuff. Good stuff. And we get to do high density. This is fantastic. Great timing. Because we should probably look into getting some high density in our city soon. We also get the metro. All right. It's good to see. All right. We got a lot of money from that too. Beautiful. All right. So this is kind of where our downtown is at the moment. But I guess we're still probably too early to really get some high density in. Let's focus back on fixing our budget a bit. Let's get our water consumption back up. It's 80, 84, yeah, that's pretty good. And our roads before the next big snowstorm. I'll watch that button as well, or this number over here. While we try to get everything back up to 100%. And look at that, we upgraded our industry area, so that's really good. Bedford Woodland. So now we need to get up to 550 workers. And we do have some income now, so I don't feel too bad about putting money towards our industry. Now we did get a new unique building, and I'm not sure we're ready for this kind of stuff yet. But the furniture factory is only 2,700, and it sure does make a lot of money for us. So maybe that's something we can look at making for the city. The printing press is more expensive. This is a big area, but we do have this area over here that we built a while ago that we haven't used yet for anything. It'd be nice to kind of get this here, and we can kind of create like a spur lines onto the highway for it. Let's see if we can get this in. And we'll make our own video where we'll talk about it. Okay, sweet. Actually, that's perfectly there. This is an interesting one. No, I think we're going to save this for now, because it's going to take up some jobs, and we need to get more residential first. So I'm going to add a bit more residential area over here. I know in a previous video we talked about how we weren't going to do that, but I feel like just in this area is fine. And then let's also get a road out right here behind the cemetery, and we'll connect it. That. Right. Now let's get some more residential in here, and we'll take a filler tool. And we're going to pause really quickly because we're going to destroy these power lines while we get residential in here. And then I'm going to just move the power line across the road, and that's where it'll connect. Alright. We'll resume the play, and we'll get back to our forestry industry. So we got the medium tree plantation, which is good, and we already had that. We had the large log yard. Is that what we unlocked? Yeah. So let's get the large log yard. How much is that? It's not too bad. Let's get that in right here. We're going to place it in an area where there's not a lot of trees, because we don't want to waste good land. We'll get one of these bad boys in. So it's 10. Alright. That's fine. And like I said, we're going to reorganize this at a later date. But I wanted to get the start of it kind of working before we kind of look at traffic in the area and other stuff. So let's probably gonna get a road right through there, so let's get one there and one there. And we're going to make sure that this is softwood lumber. We're gonna click it and make it a conifer tree. Perfect. So we're gonna get a lot more raw product, and which means we're gonna need some more sawmills too. And this is good because we need to get our workers up as well. So let's keep these roads going. Get a road right here. And one that will go this way as well. Look at that. Perfect. Get a road that connects right behind here. Alrighty, let's get this sawmill in. Oh, the sawmills are really small compared to the other buildings. That's a little interesting how they fit. That works. And we'll get one of these back in here. Alright, now let's see where we are at. So we have 543 workers possible. Alright, so we need to just add a bit more. And I think we should add one of the sapling growth areas. Or sapling greenhouse. Now we have them over here, and it doesn't make a lot of product, but it looks much nicer kind of in the open, because it's a greenhouse. It doesn't need the trees. Alright, let's see if that pushes us over the edge. 568, alright, yeah, that works. And we definitely have enough product being made anyways. Yeah, we got a fire department up here, that's good. Let's just make sure this is set up properly. There we go. Those have the yield. And then we kind of, by adding this road up here, we kind of split the traffic up too, which is good. And nice, they can yield all the way down here. That's what we wanted. And flippin-tastic. Nothing, no crisis going on. It's good to see. But we are losing a bit of money. Maybe it is time to get that unique building in. Oh no, we're going back up. Okay. Good to see. We do have more residential demand, so let's get back out to our new little town over here. And let's get this going straight through. And here as well. Alright, and let's get these dirt roads again. And we're going to need to connect. So let's get it on free mode. Or free build. And do something silly like that. Fantastic, alright. And then this area, I feel like we should have a typical grid because it's kind of having a good mix in this town. I think will do a lot for how it looks. Kind of like an old and a new. And we're going to probably, so we have 2 rail lines over here. So the rail line that'll feed the ore industry is probably going to be this one. That's around here. And we're going to probably bring the rail line out over here into the forestry as well. So this rail line over here is probably going to be more of a passenger rail. Let's go straight out. Doesn't need to use our industry lines too much. Something to think about. And then let's go back here. Maximize our space a bit. And that's where the grid is going to continue once we get the new space. But let's get an interesting little curve right here. So let's go into this one. This one. We're going to curve it in as such. And we're going to then continue the grid. Normally I don't like having roads so close to these intersections, but I feel like it might work in just this sense. But we're definitely not going to connect it there, so we're going to kind of get a nice freeform road again, and we're going to go out here, but now we're going to go back to a straight grid. Fantastic. Kind of like a unique mix of grid and of non-grid buildings. Let's get that freeform back to right there. And that seems pretty cool. Fairly unique. Filling in the space pretty well. Let's get a straight road here. Alright, and let's just leave it like that for now. And what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to cover this area with water pipes. So, I'm on the heating. That's not what I want. It's going to be a bit easier if we just kind of do it like this. Right, alright. And we have a lot of residential demand again, which is nice to see. So let's get that going. We get it over here, some residential. But I think we're going to get some commercial just quickly. It's right there. And some right there. But the rest of it is going to be residential. So let's get the brush tool. And let's do this. Doo-doo. And some new and old homes. Probably isn't going to stay residential in this area, but we really need people to start moving into the city more. Alright, and we're having a bit of an education crisis as well. Because no one over here can go over there. Or we have 2 elementary schools, so we need an elementary school over here. So that's something we're going to do. That's an elementary, that's a high school. This is a cute little elementary school. Get out of here. Kind of goes with the theme too. Let's figure out a good spot to put it. So this is the rail line, this is the main road. Let's get it right in here. This little line doesn't really fit, does it? Yeah, let's get it right over here. But we need to de-zone this area then. That's okay. We're gonna get a little park in as well. And I'm just gonna upgrade the roads around it because whenever we build pathways, it always tends to mess things up a bit. Alright, let's keep playing then, and let's get a nice little park in. So what we like doing is we like putting small playgrounds beside elementary schools because it kind of adds to theme. And then we're going to get some pathways through it. So let's get it only on the grid. And let's get a pathway up there. And then anarchy on. Pathway there. And then we'll get a pathway right there, but I'm gonna just move this one with the move it mod. Just get as close as possible to the school. All right, and now we're gonna add just a few little props. So, I like this gazebo over here, and I feel like that's a good spot for it. And let's get some trees in as well. Oh, not the budget. All right, nice little elementary school. And our population is going up pretty steadily, so the next milestone we need to get to is small cities. That's 8,000. And is that when we unlock rail? Yeah, okay. So we have to plan for it. Thinking you get a bridge over into this area, but this little area right here. But I'm thinking maybe we get another interchange over here somewhere, and that'll be able to feed the area. Something to think about. But we are running out of time in this episode, so let's look at expanding just a bit more over here. Get this, and let's get a nice little curve out. We need to get the snapping on. Just like that. And let's fill that in with some residential. And we're losing some money again. Power's pretty good. Water budget can go down a bit still. Get garbage back up. House garbage. Alright. Alright. Yeah, no university. Healthcare is good. Probably too much healthcare. Fire safety. Not the best. We have 2 fire departments, 3, I guess, up here. Anything over here. And then we have 1 over here. I guess it's fine. Police, I know crime rate's a little tough at the moment. But let's just turn this back on. Won't empty it. So over here we could. I want to get some bit more industry out this way once we get demand for it. So I know our population, our unemployment's 3%. We get a nice little neighborhood out here. So let's get. I know what avenue would be nice to have They're sticking out this way. Like just right out there. They can connect. I guess this probably makes sense to kind of connect it from here. And then we'll have it connect right across the highway. It's probably the best way to do it. So that's going to cost $6,000. We have enough money to do that. That's fine. And let's look at building a bit of a neighborhood off of here. Oops. So let's do that. And we can connect it just there. And I think a grid is probably what we're going to have over here, because this is going to be kind of like a major suburb of the city, and suburbs are always grid patterns. Unless it's kind of like a reinvented suburb, or like an older suburb. But let's just upgrade this road because I don't want to forget about it and then screw ourselves over. Turn on anarchy mode, turn it back off again. Okay, we'll turn it back on again. We'll turn it off. There we go. And then we need to move this. Let's fit perfectly there. It does fit perfectly there. Alright. And we're gonna probably destroy all those too, eh? So let's, might as well do it now. Oh, that's unfortunate. Some good businesses there, but still have to regrow. And we'll also upgrade that road to a main avenue. Alright, so we spent some money there. But let's see if we can fill this area back in. That's some industry. Let's get this thing fill out here. Alright. So that's gonna be like a major connection because we're gonna have this boulevard connect to the highway over here into a pretty major interchange. We're gonna build a farm out this way. So this is going to need to be pretty efficient suburb. Efficient suburb. You know what I mean. It's going to be pretty major part of our residential area. That makes more sense. Alrighty. Well, folks, we really expanded. Oh no, we have death care issues over here. Well, before we really forget about it, like I did last time, let's get a cemetery in somewhere. So this is going to be the new part of the city. So let's get it right in here. This seems like a pretty good spot. Right at the main road, though. I don't know. Oh, darn. Choose a spot, Steven. Come on. Yeah, I guess I'll have to go over here. Turn anarchy on. Place it. Nice. Let's do that. Alright, and then we'll just de-zone this area right here, and we will plant some trees. Little houses are still in it. Oh, no, I don't want to destroy that. Alright, get some trees in here. Alright. Great, now we have a cemetery out here. And we have made a lot of money. We have fixed our budget a bit. That was a little stressful last episode, wasn't it? I'm sure a lot of you who are used to playing on these snow maps who watch this are kind of freaking out at me. What are you doing? It's not how you do it. But that's okay. I'm learning. Some people are learning through me, I guess. And we'll work on fixing the city's budget at a later date. But folks, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you really liked it, hit it even harder. Don't break your mouse though, unless you want to break it. That's up to you. But hit the subscribe button if you want to see more Cities Skylines content, and make sure you get that bell notification button on so you'll never miss a video of or another Spring Valley video. Next video, we're going to kind of look at working in this area over here probably, and maybe even adding some development. Sorry, some high capacity, high density. That's the word. High density areas. But thank you very much for watching, and hope you have a great day. And peace out.